Oh wow! Oh wow, what have we got here? That is big! Welcome back to another episode. Welcome to the Swan River. Right now, it's a very hot day. The water's beautifully warm and I'm standing about hip deep in the water and doing one of my favorite things in the local waterways. Casting very small light lures on very light gear for flathead. And today we're not just going for any flathead, we want to try to beat our personal best, which is going to be a solid challenge. I think it was about 55 centimeters I caught about a year ago. And I would say let's get right into it. Stick along with me and I'm going to show you what kind of gear and lures I've been using in the past, leading to big successes. Alright, let's get right into it. I'm going to start casting a little 3-inch minnow, which is probably a little bit on the larger side of lures you want to use here. But we're after the big flatties, so go hard or go home, eh? I hope we don't have too much seaweed floating into our gear. Just casting along here in different directions along a little bit structure of the seaweed. Sometimes collecting a little bit, but it's pretty much like with squid fishing. If you don't hit the seagrass, you're not on the right area. I think we just got some seaweed again here. Alright, let's start flicking that little prawn imitation. Yep, fish on. That'll be a flatty. And that went fairly quick and it feels alright. Had a good bend here in the little rod. Not the monster we're after, but it's definitely a good start. Come on, buddy, I promise I'll let you go. Well, it'll be somewhere in the mid to high 30s. Yep, and we let you go straight away, buddy. Come on. There you go. That's a good start on our little prawn. Show you guys the package later on. I'll have to actually put the hook through again properly here. Oh, that's not too bad. Well, let's put the next cast straight away in about the same area. So what I'm doing here is just working along the structure basically, where there's like seaweed patches meeting the sand, or if you got oyster banks or whatever structure, that's where they like to sit. Or I'm going to show you a few more places later on with some aerial shots from the drone from above. Like, they really enjoy sitting along drop-offs as well. I really enjoy this kind of fishing, and amazing to have this amazing fishery right here in front of our doorstep. Good morning, guys. Another beautiful day in Perth here, and just walking out the flats, just about to reach my spot, and we'll see if we can get any flathead here today, or maybe even a flounder or two. Let's give that a crack here, close to a drop-off. Plenty of little bait fish around. And first cast. Just let that sink down. Got a little prawn imitation, like a little vibe on here. Normally the flatty absolutely love those ones. Basically just twitch, twitch, pause, wind and slack, and repeat. And fish on. Not fighting very much yet. Feels almost like a bunch of seaweed. No, there's something. I reckon he's gonna wake up. He's definitely trying to swim around me. Oh yeah, we still got him on. Doesn't actually feel too bad. Hopefully he stays hooked this time. I reckon he's pretty well hooked. Let's get him in the net. Nice. First flatty of the day here. And fish on. I reckon he's not too bad. Oh yeah. That's exactly what we're after here. Oh, he's a goodie. Nice flathead, very nice. Nice. He's definitely in his 40s somewhere. Just changing lure, guys, and just dropped it in the water right in front of my feet, and then flathead came and grabbed it. Just put a little vibe on here. And fish on. what have we got here? A little flatty. Hey buddy, just quickly gonna get the hook out of him. Today it's just catch and release. They got plenty of fish in the freezer from a recent trip up north and down south. And we're just gonna let him go quickly. That way buddy, there he goes. And fish on! Fish on! That feels good. That feels really good. Nice! Definitely a decent size. Not a monster by any means, but he was definitely pulling a bit drag. Probably 40-ish. Just out of curiosity, let's give him a measure. Yeah, pretty much spot on 40. And let's have him going. There you go, buddy. Yep, fish on. Just on the drop there, and that feels alright actually. Who needs a tinny if you can just go teabagging? What have we got? Flathead or Flounder? Little flatty. Just spat something out there. You must have just been feeding on a crab. There's a piece of crab in here. And there you go. Yep, we got one on again. Not doing much yet. I'm pretty sure that's a flatty. Just seaweed? No, he's swimming around me. It's definitely a fish. Come on, show your face. He's probably waking up and going nuts in a second. He actually got quite a bit of weight. Come on, buddy. Oh. And jellyfish everywhere. I'll let you go, don't you worry. And 1 second you don't pay attention to release a fish, and then your soft plastic is gone. See you later, buddy. Bloody blowies. And we got exactly one left of one of my favorite colors to chase flatties in the Swan River. Midnight oil, 3-inch. Got a few other ones on here and got a couple of pre-rigged ones, but let me quickly show you how I put them on. If you're not that familiar, you want to measure it up beforehand where the hook has to come out, but I roughly know where. And here we go, perfectly rigged up. And now we're just gonna apply a little bit of sand, hopefully to not attract too many blowies again. But I just like using this stuff to catch any fish. So the jig head we're using here right now is a 3-hour hook with a 1/4 ounce jig head. And I just get myself organized and then we keep casting. So as you can see, we're pretty much in the middle of the Swan River here. People on tinnies or stand-up paddle boards cruising along, and I'm standing belly button deep in the water right now, surrounded by little patches of mussel beds and seaweed patches, and that's really what the flatties seem to be loving, a little bit structure around them. Sand patches make it a bit easier to not get too much seaweed on the hook. Feels a little bit sharky out there. I've heard about people being harassed by bull sharks, and me belly button deep in the water right now, I am a little bit exposed, and also jellyfish floating all around me, but I think they're pretty harmless. And all up, I'm just really enjoying the style of light tackle fun throughout the summer month in the Swan River. Especially great for those days when you don't have all the time to go on bigger trips and you can still enjoy the awesome fishery we've got here in our local waterways. Oh, just in front of me. Flounder. Just in front of my feet. Oh, and he took that deep. Let's try to get that out there. My plan wasn't to take anything, but if it is not sensible to release a fish, we may as well keep one or two to make it an extra meal. Alright, and there you go, buddy. Got it out nicely and got some little pliers in my pocket, and the soft plastic is in good nick as well, and let's keep casting. And we just hooked up again here. I just moved spot, gave it a few casts, and that feels alright. But everything feels alright on the light gear, to be honest. What have we got here? Definitely got a bit of a bend in the rod here. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, that's a big flounder. That is a big flounder. That is big. That'll be easily 40 centimeter flounder. They're bloody delicious, but I just like to let them go because they are the breeding stock. Time to get the little micro pliers out again. And I think we give him a quick measure. That's all the way there. Yeah, 38 centimeters. Well, that's quite nice. There you go, buddy. Happy with that. That's definitely one of the bigger models. Oh wow! Oh wow, what have we got here? That is big! Don't be a stingray. That really is big. Be a big flatty, come on. Oh no! That was not a flathead. That was big. I should have just like fought it a little bit more gentle. Damn it! Tailor? Maybe it was a tailor. Let's have a look what our leader looks like. Ah. Snapped off on the quick connector. Gonna rebuild that. Damn it! Back out there, let's get the next one. And I just noticed that those two jet skis were coming a lot too fast around the corner, and then the cops were pulling them over. So one more benefit of fishing kind of land-based, or just walking the shallows at least. You won't be done for speeding. They definitely got in trouble, I reckon. I was way too fast and the cops were just sitting there waiting for someone to come around the bend behind me. Anyways, still a little bit bummed that we lost that last fish there that took us on a run. I should have just not closed up the drag holding the spool. I got 300 meters of 8 pound on here, 10 pound leader, so that could have maybe even been a huge flathead. Maybe that would have been a 60 centimeter one. Oh, a few jellyfish everywhere here. Hello, jellyfish. Oh, fish on! Swimming towards me, or is it a bit of a smaller model? I would guess flathead, to be honest. Really swimming towards me. He's definitely still on. Often they wake up on the last meters when they start seeing your legs in the water. No, he's definitely a small one. Now, even the smallest flathead take a 3-inch soft plastic. And he already got the hook out of him. And there you go, buddy. And once again we just swapped it over to little prawnsy. Let's have a look what we can maybe get on that. I think it's a 3.5 gram jig head, 1/0 hook, I believe. Definitely caught quite a few good flatties on those ones on the past as well. Yep, and we just hooked up again, and that feels like a pretty decent one. Swimming towards me. First he was pulling pretty hard. Yep, here we go. They always go hard when they come close to you. I haven't seen it yet, but it feels pretty good. Yep, flatty. Oh, that looks like a decent one. That is definitely over 40. Come on in, buddy. He's not yet ready. Yeah, he's definitely over 40. That's a good flatty on the light gear. It's not quite the 55 we're after, but you don't catch that very often. Oh yeah, he's decent. Alright. Oh no. I just don't want to have the blowies nibbling off my little prawnsy, and we give him a quick measure, I would say. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Don't get spiked, always be careful with the flatties. It can be quite painful. 48 even. That is a good flatty. And we're gonna let her go. See you later, buddy. Nice, that's not too bad. Pretty happy with that. Alright, let's try that again. Yep, that's a fish. That feels tiny. Right in front of us again. Small flatty only. And there he goes. It's hard to crack the 50 really. Everything like in the 40s, high 40s is already a good flatty in the Swan River, but you never know. Sometimes you're just lucky and hook up to the big ones like earlier and losing it. And we just moved spot and gave it a couple of flicks along an area where I've never fished with a Daiwa double clutch, and I thought I'd quickly give you a little run through on the gear that I carry with me when I'm going out there walking the shallows, flicking for flatfish. So let's start with the rod and reel. It's a TD Black 2,500, got 300 meters, 8 pound on there, just in case I catch a bigger one like earlier. We're running 10 pound fluorocarbon leader, I'll show you the package later, and that's a Daiwa Phantom, 1 to 4 kilos cast, 2 to 10 gram, and is 7 foot long. Really good fun for the flatties. Other people go lighter, but that does me the job. I got this little cool bag here, pretty light, fits a water bottle in there and a few bits and pieces. Got a little box of different hard buddies, lures, little vibes. Those prawn vibes are pretty good. I've caught a bunch with those ones. That black one here I think caught me my most. A couple of other little ones, including little twisties, Halcos and Ocean's Legacy and whatnot. Bit of like stuff for brim. And over here we got a few bucktails from 3.5 over 5 to probably 7 gram or something. And that's the little prawns we fished earlier with, and you can see some of them have suffered a little bit. I haven't caught as much on the jerk sheds, to be honest. Definitely prefer 3-inch minnows. That seems to be the way to go. And then different jig heads. And I got a little bit more stuff over here. So that's the leader I'm using when I'm going out there. 10-pound fluorocarbon. I'm always putting on some of the smeary stinky stuff. I always carry a lighter in case I have to redo my leader, and a couple of little soft plastics that are left over that the little buggers didn't get onto. I always use like some little round snap clips or whatever you call them. Those ones are pretty small, 18-pound strength. Normally they hold. Earlier it snapped off, and that's probably the jig heads I use the most. 3/0 hooks, 1/4 ounce jig head, or 7 gram. And I always like to carry little scissors in case I have to retie, and some micro pliers to remove hooks on smaller fish, and also small little tape measure so I can show you how big they are. And that is definitely a piece of equipment that comes very handy. Just hangs on my backpack and you can grab it here on the bottom, and just helps when you're like, you know, like 300 meters out in the water, and helps you landing and releasing a fish. I think that's gonna wrap up the episode for today. Maybe you learned a thing or two, and I hope you had fun as much as I did producing the episode, taking you out there on the flats, catching a couple of nice flatties and flounder as well. Consider maybe in the future releasing some of the bigger models, because that's a breeding stock and that keeps us a good fishery here in our local waterways. And also consider sharing this video with your mates if you enjoyed it. Leave us a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet, and also leave us a comment below, because all those things really help the channel to continue growing and making it a bit worthwhile for me putting all the efforts in to share all those adventures with you guys.